My name is Ethan and I'm a rising sophomore at Los Altos High School. Today I'm going to be talking about my project, the phone-controlled robotic arm. As the name suggests, the phone-controlled robotic arm uses a phone to control multiple different servos, which are motors that can be precisely controlled on a robotic arm. I decided to do this specific project because it seemed to be a daunting prospect. It used a microcontroller and I had not worked with one before. However, it seemed to be an interesting build that would open me up to the world of microcontrollers. And after all, who doesn't like robotic arms? Here is going to be a demonstration of what I have completed so far. The app on my phone was created by me using the MIT App Inventor, and I connected my app to the microcontroller using a Bluetooth wireless communication module. If I move a slider on my app, it moves a corresponding servo on the robotic arm. This allows me to easily control all 4 servos on the robotic arm, allowing me to control the claw, the arm itself, and the base. To start creating this project, I first decided to build the structure of the robotic arm and attached servos to it, which was fairly simple. I then added 4 potentiometers, which are basically adjustable 3-pronged resistors. One at a time, I wired each motor to a potentiometer and to the microcontroller. During this stage, I faced a challenge. When I was working on my second servo and decided to adjust the potentiometer, my second servo refused to move. I thought that I had made a mistake, and so I decided to rewire and recode for that specific servo. However, nothing changed. After pondering for quite some time on this challenge, I realized that I had tightened my robotic arm too much, and the problem with this is it limited free travel. This basically meant that it required too much force or power to move, and the servo could not be able to do that. So decided the solution to this would be to loosen the screws all over my robotic arm, which would increase free travel. And this allowed my servo to work. After I finished this challenge, I decided to create an app using the MIT App Inventor and wrote some specific behaviors for it. I also implemented a Bluetooth wireless communication module and attached it and added that and connected it to the microcontroller. I also had to completely change my code so it would be compatible with my app. And from then on, it was testing to see if it would work and adjusting it so my robotic arm would move smoothly. The modification I decided to do for my project was to attach an ultrasonic sensor to my robotic arm. An ultrasonic sensor emits ultrasonic waves, so it can detect the distance it is from another object. I decided to use this on my project so I could tell how far away objects were from my robotic arm. However, I have not been able to fully incorporate this modification into my app. I plan on fully incorporating it and accomplishing this hopefully tomorrow or sometime in the near future. I've learned multiple different ideas during BlueStamp and what I enjoy in engineering. I've realized I prefer hands-on work such as wiring or building compared to the software side of engineering such as writing code. I also learned that I really need to practice coding. As compared to the other aspects of engineering, I faced the most difficulty when trying to code for my project. Overall, I am proud of what I've accomplished. In a short amount of time, I've been able to create a functioning wireless robotic arm from scratch. Thank you for listening.
We're gonna have 1 or 2 questions after each speaker. So if anyone has any questions, please just unmute yourself and shout them out. All right, Ethan, I have a question for you, all right? If you had to do the project again, what is one different step you would take?
I think one step I'd probably take is I spent a lot of time because with one of my problems, the robot arm jittering a lot. I think I spent too much time focusing solely on that problem that I wasn't able to actually fully incorporate my modification into my project yet. And so if I could do that again, I'd probably spend a little bit less time on that one problem and focus more on my entirety of my robotic arm.
Amazing. Anyone else have any other questions? All right, great job, Ethan.